Welcome to a hair treatment video. I have freshly washed my hair, but I haven't done anything else to it, so it's just shampooed. And I shampooed it only one time because just a few days ago, I did 3 shampoos, a clarify, a regular, and then a moisturizing because I went swimming and I had put a lot of grease in my hair beforehand, but then I did chlorine, and chlorine really took the color out, just like I'm due for a refresh at some point. Since I do have colored hair, as you can see right here, this purple was put on a previously lightened canvas. And you can see, like, here's my natural hair up to here, and then the purple hair coming down. And this is a little tinted because of the Arctic Fox I put over it. But then this part was all parts that were previously highlighted. And I think they look really good still. Like, my ends have been in really good condition because I opted to get professional color done instead of just doing it myself. I've been doing professional color since 2022, I want to say. Ditched the sun-in for good because that was really damaging to my hair. I still have like a little bit of sun-in damage, probably like this much left. I want those ends to hang around. So I want to do a treatment on them to strengthen them and just my overall highlighted hair in general. I usually use Olaplex, and I have also tried the L'Oreal Bond Repair as well as the Redken Acidic Bond Repair, but I just generally stick to the Olaplex. But I've been using it less and less lately. When I first got it, I used it quite often, like twice a month, and it really restored my hair that was in terrible condition to something that I could work with. But as my hair's gotten healthier and healthier, I haven't really needed to use it. And I do want to stress that when you are doing any kind of treatment in your hair, it should only be because you need to do it. So as I said, I have highlighted hair underneath this color, and so doing treatments on it is, I would say, a necessity. It doesn't have to be all the time, but at some point. The treatment we are doing today is an OG. It is the Aphogee 2-minute Reconstructor. And this is specifically not the 2-step. The 2-step is very hard liquid protein treatment. Even though you can buy it at the beauty supply store right next to this, it should only be used by professionals, and it does say for professional use only on that packaging. This, however, does not. You can use it as a mask in about 2 minutes, although it says you can leave on for about 5, and it's for processed or natural hair. So we are going to go ahead and try using this today and just putting it on and seeing how it goes. I will say my hair feels super soft after shampooing it. I think it really needed that Clarify shampoo that I did the other day. Just reset my hair, got off any product buildup, and that's something you should do every so often, every couple months. Some people recommend once a month. I don't think I put enough heavy products on my hair to warrant that, so I would just do it every couple months, but I think it's definitely helpful. We are going to go ahead and open this as a little tab that lets you just easily open it here. I only bought the single-use packet because I didn't feel like I needed the entire giant bottle. I'm not going to be using this a whole lot. You know what? Cut this a little bit further down so I can squeeze it out more easily. That'll be better. All right, and then we're just gonna squeeze it out. Comes out like this. It's a little bit more in the packet. I'll get that later. I'm gonna just rub it between my hands. It has an interesting smell. It's pleasant, but with like a chemically undertone. And then I'm just applying it really to the ends of my hair because that's where I need it the most. Because now that sun-in damage is basically grown out, because I, was highlighting from the top of my hair, and all that had to come down here. It's spreading easily, which is nice. I'm just really trying to get the ends, because again, this doesn't really need to be put on healthy hair, and like my hair up to here is basically virgin, so if you don't consider it semi-permanent chemical process, because they're just really just sitting on top of your hair. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can just kind of squeeze out the rest here of what's left in this packet. We don't want a single drop to go to waste. Again, you can see that the color kind of goes up to here, so I'm kind of okay going up to mids a little bit, because the last time I highlighted my hair. I did kind of like a partial highlight. I didn't go all the way up, so I never went all the way to my scalp anyway, but this time I didn't do as much. And those parts are higher, so I kind of have like lots of color and then a couple streaks. So I just want to make sure that I am not missing those as well. So we're going to do the prayer hands method here to just really work that in. And this color has been fading a lot. So I think the next time I refresh my roots, I will also refresh my whole strand of hair, but I'll probably put more of a blue into the bottom because as it's fading, it's really fading like a pink, which I'm okay with, but you know, I wanted the purple, so that's my thing. Just get the last little bit. This is a single use. I think they really did a great job with putting enough in this packet to make sure that you were able to use it even on my length and density of hair. Because I mean, for short hair, you could have done your whole head. And like I said, I'm just not doing my whole head. I'm just only doing the mids and ends. And then I'm just gonna squeeze to kind of squeeze it in as much as possible. All right, I think I have that really nicely coated here. The next step, according to the packet, is for maximum penetration, cover hair with warm towel or plastic cap for 2 minutes. Put this all into a nice little bun here. We're gonna set the timer. It says 2, but you know, you can leave on for 5, so I am leaving it on for 5 minutes. And it's probably already been more than 5 minutes since I applied it, but still with it just kind of sitting without me doing anything. It's been 5 minutes, so it is time to rinse this out now. Normally I do it in the sink downstairs, but I'm not sure the downstairs sink actually has the soft water system filtering through to it. All the other places in the house do, but the downstairs sink in the laundry room, I think may just have the unfiltered water, which I don't think is the best for my hair. So we're gonna do it up here. Okay, this is looking pretty healthy to me. The next step is to put a mask in my hair. And I don't like to do that bent over, so let's go back to sitting. My hair feels how it feels after it's shampooed with no product in it. Not as smooth and silky as I want it to be, but that is okay because we're gonna use my mask. We're using this. I've been alternating between this intensive repair serum because I got the bond repair and I like it, and I've just been trying the intensive repair. I think they're basically the same thing, maybe a couple different ingredients, but I've been using the intensive repair. It's nice because you only have to have it on for a minute. So quick, short treatments today. It has a pleasant scent to it, kind of like this goopy consistency, but it doesn't slip out of your hands, which is great. Then I can just kind of put it everywhere. And all of my hair needs conditioning, not just the ends, since I didn't condition any of my hair yet. So we're just gonna put this in, just kind of squeeze it through, and instantly this really softens the hair. I've been alternating between this and the Silk Elements olive oil and avocado moisturizing mask. That one is amazing as well. It just doesn't have silicones in, but it has the same amount of slip and makes the hair feel really good after you wash it out. Make sure I leave the ends here. And then what I like to do is just kind of split my hair into sections and apply a little bit more. I've been trying recently to switch up which side I do first, because if you're right-handed, you will tend to do more on your right side, and then your left side ends up with like breakage because of the way you're applying everything, which is really interesting. And I hadn't really thought about that before, but once I was introduced to that concept, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I mean, I've been trying to switch up stuff anyway. There was one point in my life where I had like a significant difference between the hair on my one side and the hair on the other. But now there's a small difference, and you guys have seen in various videos where I'm like, oh, this side's longer. And it's just not super pronounced anymore. It's there, but it's not where it looks bad. All right, so that side I would say is fully conditioned, fully coated in the conditioner. So we are going to then clip this one off to the side, repeat the process. I find conditioning this way just really helps to make sure that I get every strand of my hair coated and that I'm not leaving anything behind. You notice that I am conditioning the hair right here too. I'm not deliberately trying to put it on my scalp, but I feel like all the hair needs to be conditioned. And I'm going to very thoroughly then rinse this off in a minute. But the idea is that everything is conditioned. Just gonna make sure I get the ends. It's just like to squish to condition these ends. Squish to condition. And then really make sure I'm squeezing the conditioner in. And I always do a general application of conditioner first so that I can part the hair, because the shampoo makes it very difficult to work with. After you've shampooed it, it just, with no product in, all sticks to itself. And as soon as you add the conditioner, you can let it move freely as you would like. So that initial layer is just to let my hair be parted easily, and then I divide it into sections and add that final step. So my hair is very conditioned right now. Technically, we have spent so much time conditioning it, I probably do not need to wait any longer. I could just probably go in and rinse this right out, but I still like to wait a minute anyway. And usually if I'm doing this in shower, I would turn off the water, sit in the tub, condition my hair, and then stand up and do the rest of my shower routine. And then once I'm done, and it's kind of getting a little steam treatment from just enjoying the hot air in the shower, once I'm done, then I will go ahead and rinse everything out. So we're gonna let this sit for like a minute. I'm gonna rinse it out, and then I'm gonna come back and add my styling products. The conditioner has been freshly rinsed out of my hair. I made sure to really get my scalp and everything to make sure there's no conditioner at the roots that could irritate my scalp. My hair feels nice and soft and smooth. My hair doesn't feel in a worse or better condition than it did before. It just feels normal, but the idea is hopefully it will slow down some of the breakage of the ends, because like I said, they are bleached, and the last little bits were those bits that are growing out the sun ends. So just encouraging them to hang around a little bit longer until the next time I trim my hair. The Aphogee packet was only like $2 at the store for a treatment that I would do every so often. I don't think that is bad at all. I think I'll maybe incorporate it again at some point, but overall my hair feels very, very nice. Now I have not towel dried this hair at all. I just squeezed the water out, and I'm just gonna go right in with this Camille Rose leave-in. This is a new product to me. I've been using this recently and really, really liking it, but when I went to see if I could put it on my favorites to repurchase it, it looks like they have discontinued it, which is kind of sad, because this is one of the leave-in lotions that I found after a while that I've really, really enjoyed. The smell is nice, the texture is nice, it works great on dry and wet hair, but unfortunately it looks like it is out of stock. So I don't know if they have just completely discontinued it, or if they're going to re-release it again with different packaging or something like that. While my hair is wet, we're gonna go ahead and put this leave-in into it. I just find leave-in spreads better in my hair generally when it looks just like honey, when it is wet and not damp. Put it between the hands. Ooh, it feels like honey too. And it's sticky like honey, which if you've never put something like this in your hair before, I can see being very concerned by it, because you would think, oh, it's gonna make my hair sticky. But one time when I was trying to lighten my hair with unconventional means, I did try putting honey in my hair, and I will tell you, I thought it was gonna be sticky. But when it washed out, my hair was so incredibly soft. So far this is spreading really well. The smell is pleasant, but it almost smells like caramelized or burnt honey. It feels pretty good. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more in. I feel like I just didn't get enough on this side, because yeah, going on, it's sticky. And if you remember me talking about the crazy sexy curl, I did not like that because of how sticky it was. But as soon as I run this through my hair, the stickiness goes away. It feels really, 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 really nice, actually. Just make sure I get the ends. Make sure you get the ends, because they're the parts that I just treated. Want to make sure we are putting some TLC onto them. This is a new product to me, like I said. I've never tried using it before. And now we're gonna style my hair. My styling goal for today is to do a style that looks like it took effort, but it's actually super, super easy and something that I can restyle as I go throughout the week. The first thing I'm gonna do here is just kind of dry this as much as I can with the towel, because remember, I did not dry it before I put the leave-in conditioner in. So this is a nice hair towel that I like to use, and I'm just squeezing as much as I can, squeezing the water out, because if I braid it up completely wet, it will take 40 days and 40 nights to dry. I think I am gonna put just a touch more of the leave-in in, only about this much. I spread it throughout the hands. This is gonna be my main moisturizer today. We're gonna top it off with a little bit of the Intensive Repair Serum. I think I do like the one that's titled Bond Repair just a little bit better because it has a nicer scent to it. This one's okay, but the scent is very, very light. And that's gonna be my main moisturizer for today because I just wanna see how this works without putting a lot of heavy products on it. It's a very simple English braid is all we're doing. I always end up making one part a little bit too big, so I'm gonna have to borrow here and borrow there so that I have 3 equal parts to continue going down. And then the nice thing is if you do a little curl at the end. And then I'm just gonna do, I was thinking maybe twaids in the front. And we are all done. Like I said, just very low effort in the back. It's just a braid. And in the front here, I have made 5 twaids, and then this one's just a straight twist. I can just kind of clip these back and put this behind my ear. And look, it's a cute look. It's giving, and go to the side, inside. It's giving I tried. It's giving I don't have my baby hairs all sticking out because I actually have like super long baby hairs. They grow about this long and then they stop. And so they don't like to lay down with the rest of my hair. And so if I can incorporate them into like braids or whatever, then it's fine. It doesn't have any hold. I can feel that. Like, these would be a lot thinner if I had used like the honey curl foam and custard, but that also takes forever to dry. So we're gonna see if this dries a little bit quicker. And then I can also kind of tie them back like this and do like a half up. And it just does some fun things with the front of my face. Sometimes I will wear a braid tucked under like this. And if I were then to take a scrunchie, so I could tuck this under, and then I could kind of like wrap all of these around and scrunchie that all together. Now this is just kind of loosely to show you. This is kind of like what we're looking like here. Very simple. Looks like I did something elaborate, but I didn't. You know, from the top, and we have these nice clean part lines. I am gonna let this down now so everything can dry. It gives me versatility with updo styles. So as I am going ahead and styling my hair here, when I normally wear it in an updo, then I have some fun things I could do with the front of my hair, because I do like to change it up, but I want to change it up in a way that is healthy for my hair. This was very quick and easy to do. It didn't take me really more than 10 minutes to put this whole style in. It should dry fairly quickly, and since I've separated out the front half of my hair from the back, hopefully the back of my hair will dry fairly quickly as well.
A few days later, it was time for a get ready with me to go yard selling. It was a beautiful day, very nice and warm, sunny. I'm just doing a standard half up, half down here. One of my favorite styles to do. I ended up not untwisting the very front piece because I thought it would be too much. And then I just kind of played around with the placement and put my hair in half up, added some accessories, and we were ready to go. That was my look for the day. Very simple, and it was super cute. I really got a lot of compliments on both the dress and my hair while I was out and about. A lot of people would just say, "Oh, I love that purple." One lady said, "You know, I really feel like I want to dye my hair this summer. I just don't know what color." And one lady said to me that my hair was the most beautiful shade of purple she had ever seen. And that was quite kind and nice of those people to say. It's always cool when you do a style that looks nice and you think your hair color looks nice, and other people also enjoy the effort you put into the style. And of course, me being out in the sun, I think really helped the color to pop, even despite the wide-brimmed visor that I was wearing, just to keep the sun out of my face. As far as the Aphogee treatment goes, at first I don't think I felt a difference, but after a couple days of having it in twists, I do feel like my hair became a lot shinier, as well as a little bit softer and smoother. I'll have to see if that keeps up, and long-term if I have less breakage at the very ends. But overall, I do think that after my hair had completely dried, I did feel a bit of a difference than normal. Once I get through the last of my Olaplex, I think I will just be switching over to the Aphogee treatment, because although the Olaplex has done a lot for my hair, I think that now that my hair is mostly free of the sun in and it's just been professionally bleached and colored, then I think all I would really need to keep up with is the Aphogee, and that would keep everything intact. I also tried press-on nails for the first time, which was pretty fun, although I had to cut them down immediately after I applied them so I could function normally. That has been my experience with the mask. First impressions on the day, and then a couple days later, and then my get ready with me. Overall, I enjoyed the experience, and I definitely will be incorporating this product into my routine moving forward. Thanks so much for watching.